Yeah, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? You're back with your boy Muzzy McGee. Coffee. And we're back for another live stream session. I should have been here about 10 minutes ago, but I stupidly misplaced the video for the lick of the week that we normally do, or that I put up yesterday. And I found it, but it took me a while. And that's why I didn't go. I struggle going through stuff like Mellow Days music and his stuff because he posts all the time. And that's my fault. I should have been smarter about where I put them. And I should, like I said, take out Microsoft Word or Microsoft Word document, copy and paste them every single week. I should have done that, but instead I had to go back through other videos and the chat section to see what I posted. So we'll get right into that today. You know, as a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and post those things right now so that we already have that in the section so that we can just get started with these videos, and then that way it will be done and dusted. So for those of you who've never joined the channel before, welcome. Sorry about this, these difficulties with me just being so scatterbrained and disorganized. It happens. You know what I mean? I don't mean it purposefully. I'm not trying to do it on purpose, but it happens. I have my ADHD brain. You know what I mean? Anyway, welcome everybody. I go by the name of Muzzy McGee. This is my channel, and this is what I'm trying to do. For those of you who joined me before in the past, you know the spiel, but I'm going to go over it real quick. And for those of you who are joining just today, thank you so much. I go by the name of Muzzy McGee, and my channel is about 4 things. The first 2 things are about the live stream, and the live stream is broken down into 2 parts. The first part of the live stream is about me practicing, you practicing, and us practicing together. The idea behind it is so that we can get better at our principal instruments. Okay, the principal instrument on this channel is obviously the guitar. Now it's about me doing warm-ups. We'll be working on warm-ups, scales, chords, chord studies, like working on improv. What do you call those? Chord progressions. My bad. And then we're also going to get to cover songs, licks of the week, and things of that nature. The strumming, we'll be doing different strumming patterns, different picking patterns, and then all those things will be in service to the second part of the channel, which is about improvisation. The improvisational section online will be just me improving and you judging that improvisational section. It is my hope that at a certain point you feel comfortable enough to start filming yourself, or at least recording yourself doing improvisational stuff. And obviously the filming is probably better because you can see the struggle. We don't want to see clean stuff. We want to see people struggling, not necessarily struggling on purpose, but because, you know, if it looks too clean, then it's rehearsed, or, you know, we just want to see people working and getting those skills better. And doing that from an audio file is hard to do. I know, because I've done it before. Sometimes you get, oh, well, I stopped that. Like, you know, like restarting a video game because you lost a certain part of the video game. You have to go back to a different part of the video game in order to do that. You have to reset the game. So that's what it's like. And so it's like, well, you didn't complete that level on the first try. You know, you had to go through it a few times. With improvisational music, it works that way. Like, you have to work through things a few times, but seeing the raw stuff is like important. So it's my hope that at a certain point you'll be comfortable enough to start posting that using the referral, using the you know, the YouTube links, and posting that on YouTube and then sharing it with us, provided that you feel comfortable doing that. And then we can talk about how you attack the fretboard, how I've attacked the fretboard, and what we can do differently, and different influencers that can help us get from the, obviously, from the intermediate to the advanced, from the advanced to the expert, and then from the expert onto the virtuoso levels of guitar playing. Both of those things, for me at least, for the channel, are in service to the following thing, which is about what the whole channel is about. It's about me using my understanding of guitar, my understanding of music theory, to create the best music in Logic Pro X I possibly can create. The music will include me singing and songwriting. Although I'm not a singer, I can't hold a tune. And this other stuff will include me working on synthesizers and building synthesizers and things of that nature to create the best music I possibly can. 100% of the music I'll be creating will be for me to get better, obviously, but 90% of it will be music I'm creating for myself personally. The other 5 to 10% will be split into 2 parts: music I'm creating for other people and other individual artists, as well as other music that I'm creating for other short film people who work in the short film industry in the area in which I live, because I work with a bunch of associations, and they always need good music, and they need music. Well, they always need music. So the good thing about that is that I am going to make a ton of it. So the 4th thing is basically, when people don't watch the channel sort of serves for me as a sort of video log as to where I am, where I've been, and where I'm trying to go sort of situation. So if you want to get involved with the channel, by all means, go ahead and click that like, comment, subscribe button, click the notification bell so you can get all these videos every time I upload every single day, at least for the live stream stuff. And I will be uploading every single day with the music stuff that I'm posting every single day at this point, hopefully starting that today. Yeah. The second thing I ask people to do is during this period of advertiser-driven revenue purgatory, which I'm currently sitting because I'm not with the Amazon affiliate program, I have to seek other monetary accommodations in other areas. So what I ask people to do is to donate to my coffee account. That's ko-fi.com/Muzzy McGee if you want to do that. If you don't want to do that, I completely understand. Sometimes people are financially strapped or they don't feel that I merit any kind of donation. And I understand that. You know, it is what it is. That's what life is. But I'm giving you the opportunity to donate to the channel if you'd like to, if you want to. That link is available in the description of the video. The other way that you can donate to the channel is an easy way, in my opinion, is to subscribe to cryptocurrency. Now, this channel has nothing to do with cryptocurrency. I'm not a financial expert. I'm not giving you financial advice. And this isn't me telling you what you should and shouldn't do with your money. However, I trade cryptocurrency on a daily basis. I purchase anywhere between 25 and 50 bucks worth of cryptocurrency every single month because that's what I want to do. That's what I can afford. And that's what I think is sustainable for me because it's money I can spend without thinking about it. It costs me one dinner a month going out as opposed to, going out 5 times a month. I go out 4 times a month. And, that's budget. I can budget and think, I'm making good decisions because then I'm in control of what my gains are, what aren't my gains, and things of that nature. So if you want to get involved in the cryptocurrency space, or you haven't been, or you've never tested any of these platforms, I'm currently on Coinbase, Bitpanda, Binance, and eToro. If you want to get on any of those sites, they all are different. They're good for different reasons. So they're great for different reasons. But subscribing to those sites using my referral links will obviously help out, will give you benefits and perks. And those benefits and perks they offer you, they will in turn offer me. And as I'm using 15 to 20% of my total gains to reinvest back in the platform, that is how that helps out with the channel. So if that sounds good to you, if you want to try that, you're welcome to, okay? If you decide that that's not for you, then maybe it's just not for you. And then the third way is really the easiest way, or the second easiest way to help out with the channel is really simple. Subscribing to me across all platforms and helping me grow my Instagram account, my Facebook account, my YouTube account, or my TikTok account, and my Twitch account will inevitably help me grow my YouTube channel. And help me grow my YouTube channel will inevitably help me grow those other accounts. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get started here today. I got really excited because I thought we were going to do the major and minor chords today, but I forgot. Yesterday we did the diminished and the augmented chords, and in between those days we are doing the obviously the 7th and the minor 7th chords, which kind of brought me down a little bit because I am less good at those, and it's just they take longer. They just take longer because there are more shapes for those. Yeah, it is what it is. We're going to get through it today as we do every single day, and we're going to get started here right now. So thank you for joining me. Again, I go by the name Muzzy McGee. Real quick, 3 things before I get started. Number 1, I curse on this channel. Okay, I don't curse a bunch, but I do curse on this channel. Okay, I do say things like shit and fuck. And if that is obviously something that is a barrier for you to get onto this channel, if that bothers you so much to where you don't feel like you should watch the channel, there are channels that I will recommend where other influencers curse as well. So maybe our channels aren't the best ones to subscribe to, but if you ever see me or meet me in person, I don't want there to be any kind of, oh, he's some kind of goody two-shoe. He just, talks, that's not how I talk. I don't talk that way with my friends. I don't talk that way with my family. I curse in front of my family. I don't curse at them. Obviously, I curse in front of my friends. I don't curse at them for the most part, unless some of them really tick me off. But at the same time, that is who I am. Okay, I don't think it's important to be. I think it's important to not be disingenuous, especially when you are creating something around. It's not really around my personality, but I think something that shows my personality, like creating a live stream, is important. I'm not going to create a character for the internet. That to me that sounds absurd. Other people, if you're going to do that. But again, I curse on this channel. If that is an actual obstacle for you, maybe this might not be the channel for you. I suggest other influencers. I may forget which ones they are. I know a handful of them for sure, but I do suggest influencers who do curse. And if that bothers you, then maybe that's not for you. So I just want to give that disclaimer in the beginning. The second thing is this channel is not a channel that I take requests on. It's not that there's an issue with taking requests. It's just I don't see the merit in taking requests, song requests, for what I'm trying to build as a channel. I don't think it makes sense. That's not to say I won't change my mind in the future, or that I hate people that take requests. I don't hate anybody that does any requests. First of all, I don't even know them. Second of all, that's what they decide to do. And if that's how they decide to build their channel, then that's how they want to build their channel. But I don't personally take requests. And the last thing I ask people is really is kind of important. I try to answer the questions throughout the live stream, but I ask people to try to reserve serious questions. Like I had some questions yesterday about music theory. I love answering those questions. However, the problem is that I can't always get to those until the very end. So I just want people to understand from the jump that if you have any questions, to please refrain from asking them, or serious ones outside of hello, what's up, man, how you doing? I ask people to refrain from asking those questions until the very end, specifically because of the fact that it's very difficult to get to those questions. On to the work. We spent way too much time talking because I'm a giant windbag, okay? My bad, people. Hey, yo, my bad, shouty. Let's get right into this. We got the metronome out. We're going to get started with the spider picking exercise at 70 beats per minute. I saw some person do it the other day, 2 or 3 days ago. It was this young woman who was doing it, and she did this exercise, and she was doing it at like 130, 140 beats per minute. And I got sad because I was like, she's really fucking good at this, and I am not. So I apologize for this, but we all have to start somewhere. Just because she's good at something or other people are good at things that you're not doesn't mean that we have to try less or get discouraged. So another secondary effect of this channel is hopefully to give people more encouragement, to show people what it takes. Okay, let's go. Let's get going today, guys. One of the cleaner ones I've done. Obviously, I got stuck there with the index finger and the middle finger and the ring finger. That's something that you got to work on. Beginning, we were struggling just telling my brain. I was struggling in the beginning, just telling my brain to move those fingers independently of the other ones. Because when I first learned the exercise, I was leaving all these other fingers up. And now that I do the exercise, I know that I have to keep all the fingers down except for the fingers that are moving, which you have to tell your brain to tell the other fingers to stay down. Like when you don't do it beforehand, or when you don't learn the exercise even when you're learning the exercise for the first time, you have to like stop and literally think about every single motion your fingers are doing. You would think that's easy. Considering I'm not really left-handed, it's a little bit harder. I still struggle with my right hand too, I believe. We're at 100 beats per minute. We're going to work on the John Petrucci Bite of the Mosquito style exercise. Again, if you played or heard the song Bite of the Mosquito, you've heard this because this particular slide is done throughout it's a chromatic type of slide. So let's go. 100 beats per minute. Let's go. That's probably one of the better ones I did. It started off real weak, but I think that's one of the better ones that I've ever done. We're going to do the alternate spider picking from the 1st to the 16th fret, and I'm going to turn up the volume a little bit more. It is way lower than I had anticipated. Excuse me for the burp. Yeah. Alternate spider picking technique, first to the 16th fret, 100 beats per minute. If I'm not enunciating well enough, somebody commented this before, if I'm not enunciating enough or you have a problem understanding me, please don't hesitate to say, I don't understand when you talk, son, or something like that. You know what I mean? Somebody said that beforehand for my international viewers. I think I speak relatively slow, and I think I enunciate. But again, I just want to make sure that everyone's understanding, okay? There we go. Okay, I struggle a lot with this one. I'm feeling a lot of slippage with my fingers today, and I'm not sure why. I don't know if I should keep chalk on my desk and just like dab it every once in a while, like a gymnast, like to get my fingers like chalky. I don't know. I gotta try something new because this is getting real old real quick. Yeah, I just have really sweaty hands, guys. I don't know what to say. We're gonna do the chromatic tapping from the 1st to the 16th fret at 100 beats per minute. Let's go. I got some ink on my finger and it is bothering me. There we go. That's crazy. But you see this little black mark on my finger, and it's like controlling like where my eyes go every time I start doing something with my fingers. Anyway, that's not important at all. Let's go right to 80 beats per minute. We're going to do the Brandon Dion exercise again. As I said before, I will warn you about different influencers who curse. Brandon Dion's an individual that curses, but his channel is great. He's a great teacher. I love watching his stuff. I think he's hilarious. But for some of you, cursing is an actual obstacle to you watching or you tuning into a certain program. Our channels might not be the ones for you, unfortunately. But again, his channel's great if that doesn't bother you and you like funny stuff that's engaging and captivating, but also stuff that's really useful to you. Please subscribe to his channel too. His name is Brandon Dion. Again, it's D''EON. And every subscriber every exercise that we do on here, ones that I find, like if I don't just find them randomly on the internet, like on like some page, and I know who put it out there, or they have an online presence, the person has an online presence, I'm always going to tell you to subscribe to them because we want to help show love to the people who help us get better, okay? And while you're in the subscribing mood, why don't y'all go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. That's very helpful to me, okay? I like that. We're going to start with 80 beats per minute, guys. We're going to start with, we're going to do the exercise from Brandon Dion. And it's a sweep picking exercise. We're going to do it 80, 90, and then 100 beats per minute. And then do sweep picking exercise number 1. Yeah. Let's go. We had a couple problems there in the beginning with just getting started. Obviously, I don't know what my deal is, why I can't start off correctly on a lot of these exercises, why it takes me like a few seconds to warm up, but it is what it is. I got to focus on that. I had a couple struggles. Didn't sound as good as it did yesterday. We have work to do. Take a mental note of it and keep pushing forward. We're at 90 beats per minute, guys. Let's go. '90 sounded better than yesterday. Maybe this will be an inverse day where the 90 and 100 beats sound good and 80 just sounds bad. I don't know why that is. What we're going to do is hit 100 beats per minute, and then again, we're going to try to do our best possible performance. Turn up the volume just a little bit more. A couple little issues with 100 beats per minute. Not 100% sure why that is. Why I am doing that. I'm screwing things up today. Let's go. 100. We're at 80 beats per minute. We're going to do sweep picking exercise number 1. I will post that later on this week. I tried to post things to shorts. For some reason, my thing isn't formatting, so I'm just going to create a playlist in the event that I can't do it. I'm going to create a playlist for just the short form content so that you can see it and you can watch it and you can enjoy it. And if you have any questions about the exercises, I will be able to know. I will keep a specific section for the things I do for the lick of the weeks, for the things I do for cover songs, obviously, but also exercise things. I will have different tabs. I guess we call them tabs. Things you can click on that will say, Muzzy McGee's exercises or Muzzy McGee lick of the weeks. You know what I mean? So that way you can see that and you'll be like, oh, well, we're not doing the lick of the week. We're going to do the tab. Oh, we're going to do the exercises. And look at those. And they should be appropriately named as well. So 80 beats per minute. We're going to work on this exercise. Let's go. Okay. I'm getting some serious finger slippage today, guys. I really got to keep chalk on my desk. I'm going to, like LeBron James every time. I don't know if you've seen LeBron James before he gets on the court. He always is standing in front of the announcer's desk, and he just puts chalk in his hand. I got to probably try to do the same thing, apparently. We're going to do this at 90 beats per minute, see if we can do any better, see if we can get any less slippage, or I can get a better grip on these tiny picks, these Tordex jazz picks. Anyway, let's go. call this episode Slippage, because that's all that's happening. I'm slipping. It's a DMX song, too, that just popped into my head. Those of you who used to listen to DMX. 100 beats per minute. Let's go. Same exercise. Getting a little bit more than frustrating. I always have to wipe my hands. I don't know what is going on with me today. I am having an odd physiological response to zero stress. I'm not stressed at all, obviously. Not that I have subscribers and so many people watching my channel. That's a joke, obviously. We're going to get right to the scales, guys. We're going to do the D major scales. Obviously, this week is the last week. We're going to be doing the D major scales. We're going to be doing the D major scales and the D sharp, E flat major scales at 105 beats per minute. Again, if you have to take the tempo down slower, by all means do that. The object is to learn these things, not to play through them and mess them up in every single step of the way, okay? If you have to take them down more slowly, sometimes you got to do it, okay? Some of these exercises I've been working on, I was working on them at 100 and 110 and 120 beats per minute for those of you who were watching about 4 months ago or 3 months ago, and I decided to take them down slower because apparently I've been rushing through them, and I've decided to take them more slowly so I can focus really on getting them correct at the slower tempos, which I'm told is a advantageous thing to do. Okay, so now that we're done with that spiel, we're doing the D sharp, E flat major scales and the D major scales at 105 beats per minute, at which point we're taking the scales down, 100 beats per minute to 100 beats per minute, and we're going to work on the minor pentatonic scales, the counterparts, so the D minor pentatonic scale, following that up with the D sharp, E flat minor pentatonic scales. I'm going to toggle back to this main screen now. So for those of you who are writing in the comment section, I just got to tell you, I apologize. I didn't see any of them for the last 5-10 minutes. So, yeah. See, try some picks with grips. See, these Tordex picks are the only ones I have, okay? And like I've said before, the big part of thanks, guys. You guys are awesome. Some of the things that I'm working on right now is making sure that whatever I inject into the channel comes from the channel. Because I'm trying to build this channel around the business, and the idea is that the money I spend in this channel, with the exception of some of the cryptocurrency things that I'm doing, comes directly from the channel, because that's how you sustain a working business model. And because I'm trying to make this channel net zero, meaning it's at no cost to you and no cost to me, that takes a little extra time. So purchasing picks and strings and things of that nature are a little bit more difficult for me at this moment. So yeah, let's get right to it, guys. You know, these don't, it's not even that they don't have grip, like they don't really have grip at all. So, anyway, starting with the D major scale at 105 beats per minute. Let's go, guys. Let's keep going. We get that started at some point. Second position, guys. Let's get it going. D major scale at 105 beats per minute in second position. Let's go. Third position, D major scale at 105 beats per minute, guys. Let's go. Fourth position, D major scale at 105 beats per minute, guys. Let's go. Yeah, I know what that means, man. It's tough. Getting good at guitar is hard, man. It is not. It is a tough process. As much as you love it, you will have days where if your guitar had a face, you punch it. You know what I mean. I don't mean like to sound like violent, but there are days where you're just like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Fourth position. Fifth position. D major scale at 105 beats per minute. Let's go. Sixth position, D major scale on 105 beats per minute, guys. Let's go. There we go. Seventh position, D major scale on 105 beats per minute, guys. Let's go. And finally, the eighth position, or the octave position of the D major scale at 105 beats per minute, guys. Let's go. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little frustrated here because like I keep getting slippage with my pick. It is what it is, guys. I don't know why this is happening to me today. Gotta try a chalk situation. Yeah, and somebody suggested earlier that I should get picks with better grip, and that will never work for me. I'm thinking about it now. Not just that, but it won't really work for me because my hands they sweat. They'll sweat through whatever grip I have. It's crazy. It's cuckoo. Anyway, let's get right into the D sharp E flat major scale at 105 beats per minute, guys. Let's go. I apologize for the slippage. I do. I don't do it on the live stream though, because that's not really what the live stream's about. But yeah, I do. At the end, I work on cover songs. This week, we're still working on the ABC Polyphia riff. So. awfully silent real quick. I don't know why that happens. Second position, D sharp E flat major scale at 105 beats per minute. Let's go. Third position, D major scale at 105 beats per minute. Let's go. Fourth position, D major scale, D sharp E flat major scale at 105 beats per minute. Let's go. Fifth position, D sharp E flat major scale at 105 beats per minute. Let's go. Sixth position, D sharp E flat major scale at 105 beats per minute. Let's go. There we go. And finally, well, not finally, the seventh position of the D sharp E flat major scale at 105 beats per minute. Let's go. And finally, the eighth position, or the octave position of the D sharp E flat major scale at 105 beats per minute. Let's go. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to take the tempo down 100 beats per minute to 100 beats per minute from 105. We're going to work on the minor pentatonic scales. It's just a real quick, somebody asked a question, and normally I wait to the very end to answer questions, but I'm just going to go ahead and say this real quick so that people know. I'm trying to relax your picking thumb. Yeah, I'll try that. It just seems like it just keeps slipping, like it's doing the inverse of what I want it to do, the pick I'm talking about. Just a real quick thing. The question that was asked by Kingmaster was, do I play any songs? I play songs. I just don't do it on the live stream. The live stream is really, for me, centered around us trying to get better as a collective. I'm not saying people who have channels that do live songs or do songs like that, like cover songs or songs that they've written. I do see that people enjoy that. But that's just not really what the channel's, the live stream's about. Now, what I will be posting songs that I do myself. Yeah, songs that I've written on guitar. Yes, songs that I've written using synthesizer-driven music, or not like songs that I've created synthesizers for, like using Logic Pro X and Omnisphere and things like that. Will I be posting music like that? Absolutely. Will I be using my knowledge of guitar to create that stuff? Yeah, that's what the whole channel's about. The whole channel is about me putting out music, but the live stream is particularly geared towards us getting better as guitar players. So that's why I don't take requests. Now, that's not to say I won't change my mind later on when I see if I can figure out where the value comes from that, not just from like collecting money. You know what I mean? So that's all. I just wanted to point that out real quick. It's not that I have anything against people who do that. It's just I don't see the merit in that because the live stream is geared around us practicing together, and the idea behind it is that having a collective effort towards practice makes practice less shitty. Point blank, period. Practicing by yourself sucks. Sometimes you get too in your head. Sometimes you're not too focused on what you're doing. Like having advice, just like relax your picking thumb a little bit more. That, hearing people say stuff like that or having people type stuff like that is very helpful. And even if it's something I've thought of before and tried before, it's a confirmation of something that I've tried. And somebody else is like, well, have you tried this? Have you tried that? So it's like, it's helpful. So doing these live stream practices are very helpful. So let's get right into the minor pentatonic scales. We're starting with the the D minor pentatonic scale, and then we're going to follow that up with the D sharp E flat minor pentatonic scale, all at 100 beats per minute. Again, if you have to take the tempo down, by all means, do that. So let's start with this one, if I can remember the shape. Yep, I remember. There we go. Second position, D minor pentatonic scale at 100 beats per minute. Let's go. Third position, D minor pentatonic scale at 100 beats per minute. Let's go. Fourth position, D sharp E flat minor pentatonic scale at 100 beats per minute. No, D minor pentatonic scale, my bad, at 100 beats per minute. Let's go. position or fifth position of the D minor pentatonic scale at 100 beats per minute. Let's go. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, the sixth position of the D minor pentatonic scale at 100 beats per minute. Let's go. Do that again. Sometimes I land on it at the end and I'm like, wait, did I do that correctly? Because I want to try to play them as correctly as I possibly can. Now we're going to the D sharp, E flat minor pentatonic scales at 100 beats per minute. Starting in first position. Let's go. Second position, D sharp, E flat minor pentatonic scale at 100 beats per minute. Let's go. Thank you for your words of encouragement, guys. I appreciate that. That's really nice. You know what I mean? It's very helpful. Even though people say, you know, it doesn't feel good, it feels good. It's nice. You know what I mean? Third position, D sharp, E flat minor pentatonic scale at 100 beats per minute. Let's go. Fourth position, D sharp, E flat minor pentatonic scale at 100 beats per minute. Let's go. Fifth position, D minor pentatonic scale at 100, D sharp, E flat minor pentatonic scale at 100 beats per minute. Let's go. And finally, the sixth position, or the octave position of the D minor pentatonic scale at 100 beats per minute. Ladies and gentlemen, let go. And now we get to turn off the metronome, and we're going to play the fun game called Find the Note. Those of you who weren't here with us yesterday, or the day before that, or the day before that, or the month before that, really, or 5, 6, 7 months ago, Find the Note is basically an exercise that was kind of suggested by Joe Satriani, a very, very, very famous guitar player, graduate from Berklee College of Music in Boston, I believe. And he came up with this thing where he was telling his students to basically, when they first would come in, to say, hey, if you're at this level, you should be able to find these notes at different points of the guitar. So I've turned it into a small little fun little exercise that'll take us about 2-3 minutes to get done. We are only doing this year only the natural notes, which means there will be no sharps or flats. So we're doing the D major note today, and we're going to find the D all across all the strings, all the frets. Across all the strings on the fretboard. Okay, so let's do that. We do not need the metronome for that. Okay, if you have any questions about how to find these notes, it is simple. If you know the strings already open as E, A, D, G, B, E. On the E string, we know that the D is here, and we can verify that because it's. You play the D string. That's how we find it. So we know it's at the 10th. And if you're doing music theory, if you understand a little bit about music theory, if you add 12 to any of the fretting numbers below the 12th fret, you find it's equivalent on the same string. It's octave equivalent on the same string. So you add 12 to 10, you get 12. And that works for every string. That's just music theory for you. So music theory. So basically a chromatic scale, I'll say this real quick. A chromatic scale is a scale that has 12. There are 12 tones that are given major importance. And those, there are 7 tones out of a 12-tone scale, which is a chromatic scale, that are given major importance. And of those 12 tones, 7 tones that are given major importance, which we're going to be doing today, which are mostly major scales, major, minor scales, and all their iterations. When you have a chromatic scale that has 12 blocks, the 13th block is obviously its octave. That's what we call the octave position. So when you go from open E and 12, there's 12 blocks in between this open string and this octave position. So that's why you add 12 to any number on any string, and it's identical because it works in any key. And that's basically how music is broken up. Okay. If you have any more questions about that, you want me to go into more detail, I can. But again, it's just music theory. So we're at 10 and 12, 10 and 22, my bad. You add 12 to 10 and you get 22. That's how you find this octave equivalent. So when you go to the top E string, it's going to be in the same position. And back to the bottom E string, it's going to be the exact same thing. Frets 10 and 22. When you go to the A string, we start on 5. And it's at 5 and 17. Again, the same rule applies, the rule of 12. You add 12 to 5 and you get 17. Okay? Then you go to your B string. I'm sorry, your E string again. Then you go back to your 10 and 22, frets 10 and 22 on the bottom E string. Then you go to frets 10 and 22 on the top E string. Then you go to your B string, and on your B string, we're at 3 and 15. Again, if you add 12 to 3, you get 15. And I know there are other methods to figuring out how to get to these notes. We'll go over those at another session, because I know Brandon Dion, an influencer that I watch, he a guitar influencer, also another graduate from a school of music in Canada, I believe. He has other methods too that I'm sure are well known, and I will share those on this channel. So we're back to 10 and 22 on the bottom E string, and back to 10 and 22 on the low E string. Now we're going back to 5 and 17 on the A string, and on the D string, it's already in D. So we play open and 12 because we consider the open string. We consider that already 0. So you add 12 to 0. You add 12 to 0, and you get 12, obviously. Now back to 5 and 17 on the bottom of the string. I've got 10 and 22. We're at frets 10 and 22 on the bottom E string, which puts us back to frets 10 and 22 on the top E string. Now back to frets 3 and 15 on the B string. Again, you had 12 to 3, and you get 15. That's how you find its octave counterpart on the B string. Now on the G string, we're at 7 and 19. You had 12 to 17, 12 to 7, you get 19. You get it. You're also smart. You get it. Now opening 12, you had 12 to 0, you get 12, obviously. Then 5 and 17, you had 12 to 17, or 12 to 5, you get 17. Then we're going to finish up here with this. 10 and 22 on the bottom E string. Now I like doing this again. I don't know why I do that. I just think it's fun. Now to the really boring part. For those of you who want to join me for this part, I understand people are going to be like, this sucks, because it just sucks, okay? We're going to work on the chords. And again, we're going to go through all the chords. And I was hoping today that we were going to go through the major chords, but I cannot break my promise to myself of doing the 7th and diminished 7th chords, or the 7th and the minor 7th chords, even though I hate them because I'm the worst at them. If we're going to get better, if I'm going to get better, it's important that every day I practice, I put together a practice session that's going to be conducive of people learning. And unfortunately, learning requires failure, and working on hard stuff. And working on hard stuff for me, it requires that I work on the 7th chords. So these are what it looks like if you don't have a book. These are what the 7th chords look like. The 7th and D major 7th chords. Again, each one will be broken down. We'll be doing the D 7th chords followed by the D minor 7th chords. And then we're going to do the D sharp, E flat major, D sharp 7th chords followed by the D sharp, E flat minor 7th chords. We're going to, as it's broken down in the book, we're going to do the melody chords, the inside chords, the rhythm chords followed by the bottom 4 string chords, and then go to the D minor 7th chords, and so on and so forth, etc., etc. And as boring as this is, guys, we're going to get through these exercises because I promised myself that I'm going to get better. In order for me to get better, I have to do this. And part of the appeal for you coming here is seeing people progress, seeing me progress, and hopefully that will be beneficial to you, and that you will take some of the exercises and practices I have into your own practice sessions, if provided that you're not practicing with me. But yeah, we're going to get right to it, guys. This is going to be the boring part of the session. It's going to be about 25 minutes, okay? So if you want to work on this with me, by all means, please stay and work on this with me. If you got other things to do and you're not trying to practice right now, I understand it. In about 25 minutes, I will be moving on to the lick of the week. I've already posted the lick of the weeks into the chat section. They're at the very top. Okay, I did that earlier because I had made it took me 15, 20 minutes earlier to find these, and it was just a waste of time because I didn't paste the lick of the week into a Microsoft Word document and then just copy and pasted it later. I just lost track of it. So I had to go back to another video and find it. So it was crazy. It was crazy. So let's get right to these D7 chords, melody chords. We're going to run through each of these about 3 times a piece. As of this week, I'm going to try to put up different strumming patterns so that we can make this a little bit more interesting. So we can do different strumming patterns so that we can learn these things and also learn different strumming patterns at the same time. It will make it a little bit more fun as you can make chord studies, which is not fun. So again, I'm working on these with you. So if it sounds like shit to you, understand I'm learning this with you. So let's get right to it, guys. One more again. get right into the inside chords. Again, I get this isn't fun, guys, but this is part of the process, okay? Who's this one? Why is it not working? 7. Oh, there we go. Just go again, right? One more again. Now let's get right to these rhythm chords, guys. Okay? 2. Yeah. Again. One more again. So I don't have these chords memorized at all. I'm learning these with you, as I said before. But again, sometimes you'll see me and I'll mess up because my brain is buffering in real time, which is crazy. Brain buffering moments. Anyway, yeah. Bottom 4 string chords. All right, let's get right to the D minor 7th chords. We're moving right along here, guys. Let's get right to it. Oh, is it right here? It's 3. Now the inside chords, the D minor 7th inside chords. Oh, that's wrong. Right here. One last time. Let's go. Don't be scared, y'all. Don't be scared. Well, I'm scared. That third one is a weird stretch for me. I don't know if that's the same for you, but it's a weird fucking stretch for me. I don't know why I can't do it correctly. I got to keep working on it, I guess. I don't know. Outside of that, I don't know what else to do. All right, rhythm chords. D minor 7th chords for the rhythm, or the bar chords as they call them. Well, that's bar because some of them you bar off, but this, rhythm chords. Now let's get to the bottom 4 string chords that sound a little something like this right here, okay? I get really bored. I'm in my room by myself. I get really bored sometimes, so I make up these things. One more time. Let me see. Why his glasses look lopsided. If I don't stop noodling around on this guitar. All right. Let's see if I can get to these seventh chords. So we got the last two seventh chords to do today, guys. Again, it's E flat seventh, E minor seventh. And as we've been over before, in case you were wondering or in case you had forgotten, E sharp or E seventh chord and D sharp and E flat are sonically identical. Okay, that's music theory. It's notated differently, but the wavelength and the sound is exactly the same. The fingering positions are identical. Okay, the fretting positions are exactly the same. So when people see this, unless you're reading music, which most guitarists don't know how to read music. I know how to read music because I played trumpet for like 10 years in an orchestra, so I get it. But again, E7, D sharp and E flat are sonically identical. So when I say D sharp, if I use D sharp or E flat, they're interchangeable, okay? In the sense that they're sonically identical. If you're looking at sheet music, it's obviously going to be different. And chances are, not even chances, if you're seeing an E seventh chord, an E flat seventh chord, it's going to be in the key. The key is going to be in flats. If you see the D sharp, obviously the key signature is going to be in sharps. Okay, so let's start with the melody seventh chords. Okay, Ya sounds like this. Let's go again. I think I've done that. Yeah. Let's go right into the inside chords that sound a little something like this right here. It's the inside chord. Now let's get right into the rhythm. Let's get right into the rhythm chords. It sounds a little something like this. Right, sure, if I can get this correct. I don't know if I can, but we're gonna try. And the bottom 4 string chords, and we are almost done. We got the E flat minor chords, D sharp, E flat minor 7th chords to do, and we're done. So let's finish up these 4, finish up the D sharp, E flat minor chords, and let's get right on to the rest of it. No too bad. All right, 3, 2, let me see. This is a weird stretch too. One more again. We got to do these E minor 7th chords. We are almost done, guys. Come on, bear with me, guys. Bear down for midterms. I'm giving myself a 100. I don't know why. These chords have been really shitty. Well, not shitty. That's not the right word. They just haven't been as awesome as I thought. But I'm switching in between them a lot more quickly than I was beforehand, so that's good. And I'm shortening the time, so that's good. Now the inside chords of the D sharp, E flat, and minor sevenths. Okay, let's go. That's not right. There we go. This is always a really weird stretch for me, but I'm going to keep doing it. One more time, guys. We got these last two ones to go, and then we done. We done. It's about. All right, we're almost done here, guys. Just bear with me. Go down for midterms. That's a Community reference. I don't know if anybody's ever seen that show, but it used to be a great show. Not used to. It's a great show that is no longer in progress. The last one, the bottom four string chords, guys. Let's get right to it. We're almost there, guys. We are almost there. Let's go. This is a really hard one to do. My bad, guys. This is a really weird. It's a really weird chord. We did the chords today, guys. We done. Now we get to do the fun stuff. Yee, yee, yee. Let's do the fun stuff, guys. I'm excited about this. we get to do the lick of the week. Now, as I've said before, I posted both of them. Well, I posted Melodays Music's channel on his Instagram page. But I posted both those things beforehand. I got ahead of the curve, but because I made a mistake before the curve, so that happens. So I'm going to play through this a few times. Again, as I tell people before, this one is from Antonio Alfonso. It's Antonio Vizero, but he goes under a different name. Like it's like almost Antonio Alfonso. Let me run through that again. So. Okay. Which finger does this start with? Okay, so it is that one. And obviously the trick now is the other thing that I try to tell people to do is not just learning the riff and memorizing the riff. It's also important. Hey, the lick of the week, son. We know what we're talking about. Yeah, he's excited. I'm excited. We're all excited. Anyway, what I was going to say is that the important thing about this is not just memorizing it, but it's also being able to shift it up and down, because that's how you get better at it, or to have it in the back of your pocket. And the purpose of these things is have these little nuggets so that when you go to play improvisational music, whatever key you're in, you can play it because you know how to shift it up and down. And nothing really changes if you're not changing strings if you play it in the same position. So like this one is in this key. I'm looking at the screen, so I'm not looking at the tabs right now. So hopefully I memorize it. So it's and so if you move it up a little bit and you're in a key that's a sharp or a sharp and you move up a half string, so it'd be like. Or if you want to move it down, if you memorized it and you know the finger positions, learning it up and down the fretboard is important. So like, now if we move it down, let me just see if I can do this. And my brain's trying to, it's buffering. So give me a second here. So it's. And then the regular key obviously is. And so when you know that and you have that in your back pocket, you can do it. You can do anything. You see, when you apply it and you memorize it, not just in that position, but when you move it up and down the fretboard, then you have it in different keys. So you have that in your back pocket. You not only have it memorized, but you can move it up and down the fretboard as needed, depending on the key signature of the improvisational song. That's why it's not only important to memorize the lick, it's important to memorize it so that you can move it up and down as needed. Okay? So we finished that one. Now we're going to go into the Melodies Music one. Again, we're going to put this at 70 beats per minute. I'm going to toggle back to the metronome screen for a second here. Right? I'm going to put this at 70 beats per minute, and I'm going to keep working on this one because I would like to put this one up this week if I can. I also want to put up the... I also really desperately wanted to put up the... ABC Polyphia riff, but it's looking like it's not going to happen. And I work, I put 15 minutes in it every single day, and I try to put a little bit of work in after the sessions, but I can't do it all. So let's get into this riff right here. I'm going to do the ABC Polyphia riff today. I was going to toggle between that one and the Joe Satriani Midnight riff, but I know that one a little bit better. It's just the middle section that I don't know, and that is a song, if I did it right, I could have that up by the end of the week if I spent enough time on it, because it's not, I know it basically, with the exception of a handful, with the exception of maybe 20 bars, I know the whole thing, because it's not, once you understand how to do it, it's not really that hard. It's complicated where it comes to the theory behind how he invented it, because again, Joe Satriani is a theory monster. He's not just a guitar monster and a guitar god, but he's a music theory monster, which is why I went to Berklee College of Music. right, I'm gonna take this off. I'm gonna take the tempo up because I wanted to work on the. I really want to work on the Joe Satriani song, but I just the ABC Polyphia riff needs more work. Does anybody know what I'm talking about when I talk about? Do you know the song Midnight? I think most of you probably don't, but no. Anybody? All right. Let me see if I can. It's a tapping song. It's a fun one to learn. So it's like. Ringing a bell for anybody? No? Nobody. All right. All right, not enough of that. We're gonna get right into the ABC Polyphia riff because I've got to work on that one a little bit more. It's more pressing for me to work on that one because I've really got to get that done. I really want to get. I want to put this song not in my rearview mirror, but I want to put this in my belt as things that I've accomplished. There's another song that I really want to do in my lifetime that I struggled with a few years ago, and it's not part of the reason why I put down the guitar, but definitely haunts me at night. It's a song called Bite of the Mosquito from John Petrucci. It's an exercise we work on in the beginning because that is what I struggle with, and struggling with things is not a reason to quit or to not do them. You know what I mean? So I'm going to keep working on this until I get it right. I apologize if it sucks. All right. I was disturbed by the fact that this is not loud enough. that song's not like anything that I've ever done before as far as like the technique wise. It's good. Like it's not like I'm learning. I don't know. So there's hard songs, like finger picking songs that are really hard for me to do, but it's not at the level of this kind of thing. Like it's like this employs so many different techniques at once. It's very difficult for me personally. So I don't, I'm just intermediate. I'm just a lowly intermediate guitar player trying to figure this shit out. So let's figure this out together. Pya. It's a Dave Chappelle reference too. Those of you who like Chappelle Show. Let's go with the solo. Then once we finish with the solo, we're going to go right into the improvisational music where you can sit on your throne of judgment and judge me and tell me if I'm doing any better, doing any worse, doing the same, and what I can do to get better if the other two are the same, or the other two are similar. Let's go. All right. Now that we've worked on that a little bit, guys, we're going to get right into this backing track stuff. We're going to start with the longer one, the one that's about 5 minutes long. It's just same backing tracks. And again, if you would like to use these backing tracks, you'd like to practice at home on your own, these are available in the playlist section of my account. I keep them up there so that people can work on these. Obviously, we can't do 15, 20 different screens where I can point to someone and unmute your screen like it's a Zoom session, and then you can work on your solo, and then we can work on somebody else's solo and different things like that. I don't have that capacity with YouTube, so which is why I'm practicing by myself, and it gives me the opportunity to play, and gives you the opportunity to sit on your throne of judgment, maybe use the techniques that you've talked about or things that you've said that I've done wrong to correct some mistakes maybe that you've made. This is that opportunity, guys. Hopefully it won't be too terrible. I'm not very great at improv. I do my best, but I'll do my best again today, as I do every day, as I try. I'm gonna get done with this. We finished that first one up. Let me know what you thought about that, thoughts and feelings about how I'm doing on that track, how I did on that track. If I can do better, please tell me. If you have any other influencers or other ideas, maybe I'm stuck inside what they call the box. Let me know what you think. I got to get better, and the only way to get better is to be open and honest about what's going on here. And I can't do that unbiasedly, sitting in a room by myself. Well, I can't. I don't know if other people can, but I can't. B minor, then G. Well, that is all the time I have for today for the practice session. I'm going to be posting a lot of stuff. Well, if I can get these commercials off.
Un spectacle qui compte vraiment.
YouTube has crazy advertisements.
Pour chacun d'entre nous.
My bad, ladies and gentlemen. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you've not joined the channel before, thank you for joining me today. Thank you for joining me every day. Thank you for your kind words of inspiration. Thank you for the constructive criticism. Thank you for being here every single day. And I hope that you will continue to join me on my journey and also on your journey to becoming the best guitar players and the best musicians and the best. Obviously, for me, my biggest goal is to create the best music I possibly can using my guitar as inspiration. So for those of you who have not joined the channel, thank you for joining me today. For those of you who weren't able to be here today, don't forget to watch these in the replay section of the video that I post in the section called live stream every single day. So I'm hoping that this will at some point be a 24-hour live stream channel where I can just repost the same videos that I've been posting, so that people who have fallen behind, you can just click on my stupid face on the internet and be like, oh man, he's still working on stuff. And it's like, yeah, but that's some stuff from yesterday, because some people can't be here all the time, and it's just easier. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I go by the name of Muzzy McGee, and the channel is about 4 things in case you weren't here beforehand to catch this. Now, the first 2 things are about the live stream, and the live stream is broken down into 2 parts: the practice session and then the improvisational section. The practice session is about me practicing, you practicing, and us practicing together so that we can get better as better musicians and understand our fretboard better than we could possibly imagine. In that, we will also be working on warm-ups, scales, chords, chord progressions, picking patterns, strumming patterns, licks of the week, as well as cover songs that we'll be doing. And all those things are in service to the second thing, which is about the improvisational section of channel, which is about me creating improvisational songs or doing improvisational music live, so you can judge me on my skills and my knowledge of what I understand, and you can also sit here and tell me what I can do better in order for me to get from the intermediate to the advanced, from the advanced to the expert, and then from the expert onto the virtuoso levels of guitar playing. It's my hope that at a certain point, I've said this before, that you will be able to record yourself using the backing tracks I have in the playlist section of my channel. Again, these aren't my backing tracks. I didn't make them. But you will be able to create a video, make the link on YouTube, and share that link with me so that we can spend a session where we talk about, or spend a couple minutes every session, not every session, but maybe 1 session a week or 1 session a month, where we talk about how you attack the fretboard, how I attack the fretboard, what we can do differently, and different influencers that may have helped you and that may help me and that have helped me and may help you, so that we can get to those higher levels, getting from the advanced and the expert and virtuoso levels of guitar playing. All these things are, for me, in service to the third thing, okay? And the third thing is about me using my understanding of guitar, my understanding of music theory, to create the best music I can in Logic Pro X. It will be music mostly synthesizer driven, but because I like to create synthesizers and I like synthetic sounds, I like to create different sounds, I like doing sound design, I love all of that. So creating the best sounds I can, best music that I possibly can, song structures that I can create in Logic Pro X is my goal. That is my end goal. That's what I'm trying to do, and to create the best music I possibly can. I will be singing and songwriting on those tracks. Although I can't sing, I can hold a tune, but sing and songwrite on those tracks, and also create different styles of music. I'll mostly be in the rap sort of electronic genre, so hip hop sort of electronic genre. Also, just I guess really mostly electronic stuff. So like I don't know who to describe with that. So you'll see that in a couple of weeks, and so hopefully you'll get to see that and judge that for what it is. And I will be posting content on a regular basis of instrumentals that I post. So 100% of the music that I create will be for music that I'm creating for myself, to get better. And the other 90% of it will be music that I'm creating for myself personally, and the other 10% will be split into 2 parts: music I create for other people, as well as music I create for other influencers, for people who are working on short films in the area in which I live. Not influencers, but people who work on short film projects, because I work with a bunch of them. So, and basically, you can judge that for what it is, and that's really what the whole channel is about: me creating music in Logic Pro X, the best music I can for myself and also for other people. And the fourth thing is basically when people don't watch the channel serves for me as sort of where I am, where I've been, and where I'm trying to go sort of situation. Because I'm not with the Amazon affiliate program, nor am I with the YouTube partnership program, because I don't have enough subscribers, I ask you not only to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, but also to check out my Ko-fi account. It's ko-fi.com/Muzzy McGee. This will give you the opportunity to donate $1 or more to the channel, should you decide to do so, if you'd like to help out with the channel from a financial standpoint. That doesn't appease you, if that's not something that you might want to do, maybe you want to check out the cryptocurrency referral links, because if you are age eligible and you want to get involved in cryptocurrency and you're looking for platforms to start working on or start trading on, or you're just maybe looking for different platforms, using my referral links to sign up for any of these cryptocurrency platforms will give you perks that will be exponentially better than that of what you would get if you signed up by yourself. It's just how it works, okay? It's like the Refer a Friend program at the bank. Sometimes they'll say, if you refer a friend and they make a deposit of $100, we will offer you both $100 a piece. So that's how it works. It's the same concept. Whatever they offer you, they will in turn offer me because I'm the referring client. So if they offer you $100 cash back or $20 cash back or $50 off trading fees, whatever the case is, whatever they offer you, because all these sites are different. They all have different perks. Whatever they offer you, they will in turn offer me, and by extension, this channel, because I'm using 15 to 20% up to $100 of my total gains to reinvest back into the platform. So if you'd like to help out that way, that's a great way to help. Now, the last thing is the freest way to help me out with this channel is obviously to subscribe to me across all platforms. I'm currently available on Twitch, on TikTok, on Facebook, and Instagram at the time for the time being. Okay, I will be available on Discord soon, and there was another site I was going to look at, Discord, and I can't remember the other site. Doesn't matter. But if you want to get involved with any of the sites and you want to help out, subscribing to me across any of those platforms will help me inevitably grow my YouTube channel, and helping me grow my YouTube channel will inevitably help me grow those other channels. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me today. Excuse me. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you so much for joining me. Sorry. Thank you so much for having joined me today. Thank you so much for joining me tomorrow and every day after that. I've been here for 473 consecutive live stream sessions. I have not missed one. It's my hope that you will continue to join me on my journey to become a better guitar player and a better overall musician / producer / songwriter. Well, obviously I have to increase my singing, but that doesn't matter. Anyway, so if you'd like to join me on this journey, subscribe to me, follow me, watch me every single day. If you just want to sit here and judge me, then judge me. Just do it on the channel. Okay. If you want to help me grow this channel, by all means, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to me across all platforms, help me grow. I go by the name of Muzzy McGee. This is what I'm trying to build. This is what I'm about. This is what I'm trying to do. I can't thank you enough for being here today. I will see you tomorrow in the next video and in the next video, as I'm here every single day without fail. Hopefully that will continue to be the case tomorrow and the day after that. I will see you guys tomorrow and in the next one. I'm going to continue to build this channel brick by brick, but I cannot do it without your help. Love you. Bye. Yeah, love you. Bye. Okay, bye.